and welcome back to HLS Crypto. So today we're going to be looking at a few gaming projects that I think could do potentially well in the upcoming bull run. So we're going to get straight into the video today. The first one that I quite like is this Alaska Gold Rush. Get rich or die trying in Alaska. Well, I think that's probably goes to say for all of us in the crypto space. It is kind of get rich or die trying. The actual website itself is really, really good. So live the adventure, earn gold, and discover the world. Alaska Gold Rush is the first Web3 native game with an open world and exciting plot and adventures within the metaverse. Become one of the first daredevils to set out to Alaska to get riches while exploring the unexplored. What I like about this game, it's got a feel to like Red Dead Redemption, that kind of feel to it. Obviously, I don't believe the game's out yet. And it shows you like a few different things. I'd suggest you come and obviously have a good look at the website itself. So it's Sustainable Game Economy under review by Machinations. Time to get some nuggets. Alaska Metaverse brings all sorts of carrot. Carrot is the token symbol, by the way. Earning opportunities while building and designing your own land and buildings. You are able to discover the ways to get the so-called riches, the most important gold for those living around Klondike. So you can collect gold tokens, you can trade NFTs, and you can survive the actual game. I believe it goes through a lot of things like you have to eat during the game. You're best off traveling by day and not by night due to the fact that it's very cold at night. It does give you a nice feel. So it says here as well, new to crypto mining, we've got you covered. Since its inception, Bitcoin was considered to be digital gold. It is mineable, got a limited supply, and is a great store of value. With Alaska Gold Rush game, we're taking the concept of gold mining to the next level thanks to the Web3 economy and the 3D Unity engine that players will be mining the gold tokens. Spend them to gear up for the highly rewarding PvP mode. It's like mining Bitcoin during the 1897 Klondike Gold Rush. Price-wise and things like that, which we'll go into in a minute, the actual tokenomics aren't fantastic, but I actually quite like the actual the idea of the game, the concept. Obviously, I don't get time to play games these days as much as I'd quite like to. But yeah, so it shows you that you can actually get really involved in this game. You can become a landowner. I believe that's something they're looking to do. So you can buy space within their kind of metaverse. You've got the force of nature. So face the harsh winters, face the snowstorms and freezing cold Alaskan nights. And don't forget to be well equipped when traveling. You've also got to be careful that your nuggets don't get stolen. You can enjoy your quests. It's got a lot of things going on. Immersive open world. So discover the amazing lands of Alaska in great detail. We're working on the Unity 3D engine interaction with the surroundings. Is an integral part of the game. So obviously the land sale is coming soon. Team and advise as well. Yeah, they're docs, which is good. It's a tick in the box for Alaska Gold Rush. We've got the CRO in Germany. A CTO and a CEO both in Poland. Someone in South Africa and Poland as well. And then Bianca in Brazil, Daniel in Germany. So it shows you all that. Some great partners as well. Baked Games is actually listed on the Polish stock market, and they've obviously got a few decent partners there that I quite like. So roadmaps there as well. I've actually read the entire white paper. The white paper is really, really good. It does give you that kind of feel as though could this be like an Illuvium type play? It's a game. It's in that metaverse realm. You can go and play and do things. I'm hoping that they get this game out nice and quick because it does look very, very good. Here are the tokenomics. There is also this as well, which is their X.com. So Alaska Gold Rush is the first real AAA gaming metaverse. They're looking to bring VR into this and a lot of other different things. It's got 60,200 followers. I'm a little bit concerned it's followed by Yen Wong because obviously he's associated with labs, but I don't believe he's got anything to do with this, fortunately. But it does look good, and they are updating regularly. So 21 hours ago, we've got some hot new partners. We've joined the Ethlas official Battle Showdown tournament. They've also teamed up with Mahaya Official. So they are kind of doing things, and over 36 million carat is currently staked. This massive staking spree shows the world how much y'all believe in the journey we're on and how much you love this juicy carrot APR. Thanks for the true heart and soul, the Alaska Gold Rush. The only concern, and it is a concern, so holders-wise, is only 7,021, so you are very early, I believe, if you become a holder, obviously I don't tell anyone to do anything in terms of holding or anything. Essentially, it's just my opinion on different projects within the blockchain space. But one of the biggest wallet holders has 49% of the entire tokens. However, I'm wondering whether this is the one that actually pays out the APR, pays out the staking rewards, pays out the in-game rewards. If that's the case, then that's not so bad. And then if we look at the chart itself, at the minute it's 0.005. What I love about this is its market cap is 1.3 million. So that's super, super low cap. For me, this could potentially be a gem. Obviously, are you holders of this yourselves? Have you heard of this before? What do you think? Let me know. Always have a good look at the white paper. The white paper I actually quite like. Trading volume 32,578 over the past 24 hours. So it's not massive. I don't think it's being spoken about very much. If you look at the all-time chart, it's got maybe like an old Myria feel into it. Obviously, I prefer to buy the things like Myria, things like Gala, GFAL that have the ecosystem as opposed to just one particular game. However, because you're basically gambling them if the game will get adoption and if it will do well. I actually think this one would do well. It would appeal to me. But again, I'm not the mass audience, so I need to know what you guys think. Have a look at it yourselves. Let me know what you think about it. It's 81% down from its all-time high, which was 7 months ago. And its all-time low was only 2 months ago. But as you can see, it's starting to have a little bit of a fight back. And with such a low market cap, it does seem like if they do produce this game looks good. This game does look good. You can buy it currently on PancakeSwap and Gate.io. Now, it looks as though the volume's low, but I am considering getting some of this, just a little, a little tiny percentage, just to have a little go at, because I think this might be something good. Anyway, we'll look at game number 2 now. I'll be back in just a second. Next up is Cornucopias. Now, it's got 46,300 followers on Twitter, and obviously, or x.com. I always call it Twitter. I'm going to struggle with this. So it's there. They are being updated regularly. I like that. Let me get myself out the way. The actual website itself is quite nice. So enter the vast open world of Cornucopias. It looks good. An MMORPG where player-driven economies and a thirst for adventure rule the Bubbleverse. Develop your skills as a trader, an artisan, or entrepreneur as you explore the Cornucopias land masses enclosed in floating domes thousands of meters high. Challenge other players to mini-games, create digital assets, and actually own and discover the truth behind what awaits you behind the domes. So it looks good. It's one of these projects that I think will probably do well. It's actually grown pretty fast. So you've got 40,000 nearly Discord members, 43,500 Twitter followers, or Instagram. It's got Telegram members, nearly 4,700, and YouTube subscribers. So you can go and have a look at this game yourself. Digital ownership, explore our digital assets from vehicles used to travel the world of Cornucopias to land plots used to participate in in-game economy to enormous customizable domes made for entrepreneurs and content creators, all of which are sold out in minutes or even seconds. It looks really nice, like the gameplay, the trailers. I've had a flick through them. They do look really, really good. I quite like this as well. So it's bridging digital activity into real-world impact. So Copy Cares and the Cornucopias community are dedicated to making a positive impact around the world, from planting trees around the globe to giving African communities access to clean drinking water. And I think that's something that obviously we could all get behind. I do understand, though, that things like climate change and maybe these kind of causes are a little bit lost within the gaming community. However, I do think it's quite important, and it's already done nearly 130,000 trees. That's really, really good. I'm quite interested in this project. It's not obviously I can't buy every single one. It's just not how it is. If you look at the holders, so you've got one at 29%, one at 23%, one at 17%, and the rest start sort of filtering down as a result of that. I'm not overly concerned by this. The price at the minute is 0.04, so it's 4 cents. It's down 4% in the day. And again, I'm not looking for every single game and coin that has already started smashing it and pumping really hard, but I think this is one that may do. And if you look at its all-time chart, it's not terrible. it isn't terrible. Like some of these dump and then stay low, which this one hasn't, and it's also making a bit of a comeback right now. It's almost 2 years since its all-time high of 0.07, and about a year since its all-time low. My concern slightly is that no big exchanges have picked this up yet, so it may not be one that you want to go with. However, if you've heard of this project before, if you like this project, let me know in the comments. It's always interesting to see and hear what you guys think about these projects. So this is number 3. It's a weird one to say. It's Champignons of Arboretia, I think. So it's a browser-based RPG token created by Champs. I like the name of the token as well. I think that'll help. It's play to earn, play to burn, unique play to earn and play to burn mechanics funded by token taxes. There's a little diagram there for you to have a little flick through. It's got its latest updates, quests and truffles, last champ standing. I think a lot of the characters are kind of cute, and I think that'll probably bring in a bit of an audience because it seems pretty nice. It's tokenomic wise, there's 1 billion total supply, 9% of that is market and airdrop, 91% for the liquidity pool. I don't like the fact that there's a tax to buy, sell, and transfer. I never really like that at all. 5.91% have been burnt, 35,000 tokens to play. So you can explore this, have a look yourselves. You can collect and trade countless items, master the art of foraging or forging, create mighty gear, and you can fight, which is always good. Game statistics are low because obviously it's very low cap. 175 active day. Daily active users last 7 days is 296. Number of fights though, 1.5 million. Why am I not surprised? And 54 is the amount of ETH that's been earned so far, and 8,246 chars created. You can learn more about the lore and things like that because a lot of people like different sort of things. There's characters. You can check the roadmap. You can check all that kind of stuff out if you wish. If you look at this, the holders are only 2,110, which is obviously low. The actual holders as well, the top one only holds 5.9%. I quite like that. So it makes you wonder, is this more community owned in that regard? Because then you've got 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 1.6%. So I kind of quite like that. I like the tokenomics. I like this kind of how this works. If you look at its x.com profile, only 2,951 followers. So I imagine that this is insanely early. Like I said, I've not bought any of these tokens yet, but it is something that I'm looking into these different low cap gaming gems to see if there's one that could absolutely moon. If we look at the price, it has pumped 20%. But with a low cap, it doesn't take a lot of money to pump these things that high. 0.005, almost at 6. Its circulating supply and its max supply is almost very, very close, which is good. And its market cap is only 5.6 million. So, for 100x, it only needs to go to a 560 million. Will it do that? I don't know. But it is something that I'm quite enjoying looking at as I've done a bit of research. So it's ranked 1,325th. But if you look at the chart, its all-time chart, it's not really had any major dump. It's kind of been quite consistent. So it makes me wonder, is this being played? Are people enjoying this? Its all-time high was only 4 days ago. Its all-time low was 4 months ago. It's not been through a bull run. I don't know. I think this might have something. Also, as well, I was speaking to someone the other day, or yesterday, or maybe earlier today, actually, who said that he's got his wife playing PZP. Because obviously, I like Myria, I like PlaysUp, I like GFAL. But he's got his wife playing PlaysUp. And she's very, very addicted to it now, which is good. So it means that obviously people are playing PlaysUp a lot. So obviously it's another one to consider. But I'm just trying to look at very, very, very low market caps here at the minute. So what we'll do now is we'll go on to coin number 4, which, fingers crossed, you'll enjoy. 4 is Shrapnel. Now, this is a bit of a weird project because it seems to either be loved or hated. It's like there's no in between. Let me get myself out the way. So it's got a kind of a Call of Duty feel to it. It's a bit like a Modern Warfare type game. I was never really keen on them sort of games, but I know they do very, very well. I did play, I think, the very first original Call of Duty, but I wasn't very good at it. So yeah, it basically goes through, shows you what you can do. You can create different things, insignia, different things. You've got NFTs. You've obviously got the token itself, and it's fueled by AAA talent. Now, this is one of the things that I kind of really like about it. So it's got, AAA gaming experience. So we've worked on some of the biggest titles in the industry: Halo, Call of Duty, Star Wars, BioShock, Ghost of Tsushima, and many more. And if you look at the actual team, this is the thing that I like about it, they are doxed. They are doxed. So you've got the head of the studio, you've got your chief executive officer, you've got your head of game, who's an Emmy award-winning creative powerhouse. So that's good. We can see them. We know who they are. So are they likely to dump? Probably not in this instance. If we look at holders, which I think is always quite important, it's only got 6,775. There's 3 billion in circulation. You do have someone owning 39.84% of the token, which isn't always great, but it could be one of these ones that's used to pay off, the in-game winnings and awards and stuff. And after that, it's 15, and then 9, and then 8, and then 7. So it's not terrible. I think this could actually do very, very well. Its X.com account has got 211.2 thousand followers now. I think that's very big. That's much bigger than what we've seen so far. I would imagine a lot of them are probably organic. Well, at least I would hope they are. So and they are updating people as well, which is what I really like to look for. So 22 hours ago, Mark Long, as we saw before, building the first AAA shooter game on the blockchain, is on LondonReal.tv, which is actually a really good YouTube channel. I've watched a few different interviews on there, not just in crypto, but in general things. So that's interesting. I believe that record must be out now, so I might have to go and check that out myself after I've finished recording this. And then we look at the price. So it has pumped. It's 25.7% up on the day, and it's around about 20 cents. If we look at its last all-time high, it was 3 days ago. Its all-time low was 21 days ago. I think that there's the trading volume is insane. It's 12.7 million. And I don't believe the market cap's even visible in there. Is the market cap visible on here? Because that would be kind of interesting to see what sort of market cap we're dealing with right now. It's only got the fully diluted, unfortunately, which was, what's that, 624. So, I don't even know the market cap of this right now. So is it bullish? I don't know. It's low, though. It must be low. But the price at 20 cents, if we look at the all-time chart, which is what I want to try and work out to see if it's got something about it, because let's have a look at that now. Yeah, so that looks good. That looks like it's definitely it's growing healthy. I believe that's the all-time one. The 24-hour one was a little bit dodgy. So yeah, that looks good. That looks like a Casper chart, or not quite a Casper chart, because Casper keeps going up. But this one, no real big dumps. It's moving nicely. It's going to the upside. I can't see this doesn't look like a bad project to me. And I like the fact that they're doxed. I need to do a bit more digging to find out what obviously the market cap is, but this could be a play. This could be a go. Does anyone hold this coin? Is anyone interested in this project? How you found it so far? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'm very interested to hear what you guys say. Anyone from Shrapnel as well who want to have a little chat, that would be very interesting too. We can definitely do a video, because it'd be interesting to find out, what you guys think of it, and what the owners do and what they want to do in their plans. But yeah, it's another one. It could potentially be a gem. I would imagine this market cap is still pretty low given its length of time, but I'll do a bit of digging. It's WAGMI Games, which I know that is an expression used a lot in crypto. This one looks good as well. To be fair, I've done a little bit digging, and I've tried to flick through best I can. It seems like there's a lot of battle games. It looks another one a bit like that one that keeps getting promoted on every video, that Raid Shadow Legends type feel to it. It looks like that, but this is really good. Look at the experience that the team has. So you've got Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden, Sega, DreamWorks, EA, PlayStation, Apple, Atari, Fight Club, Tekken. Like, I like the fact that it's got a lot of people who know what they're doing. The founder pack is here. You can go through and mint NFTs, different things like that. I think, yeah, it's on OpenSea. And then you've got the WAGMI Games universe. if you're a player of the game, then it's something that you probably would probably interest you more. But obviously, I'm more here about what can we do with the token? Can we make money off the token? That's the most important thing, I think, in regards to this. But the team are doxed, so you've got the CEO here, and you can go through and see about all of them. You got the chief gaming officer and what they do and where they've worked and everything like that. So I'm happy with the team. The team's been doxed. That's important. So also, if you go here and we look to see what the holders are like, this isn't actually very bad. Like this is much better than the few that we've seen. So the top wallet holds 15.9%, and it's WAGMI Games Treasury. And then below that, you're down to the 1%, which I think is really, really interesting. So maybe there's more that to this one in terms of gains than the others. If you look at the Twitter page, 55.4 thousand followers. They are updating. The graphics look dead nice. Like I think there's a very they're very aesthetically pleasing, which I think will do wonders for the project as well. And then if you look at the price at the minute, it is up 9.3%, but it's 0.00002. Its market cap is only 41 million, and its circulating supply and max supply is very, very close together now, which I also think is very bullish. It's a bit pumpy and dumpy in terms of the chart. It goes up and goes down with quite a lot of veracity even. But its all-time high was 5 months ago, and its all-time low was 6 months ago. I think it's going to make a bit of a comeback. It looks like it is. I think this could do really, really well. It's also not listed on massive exchanges yet, so you've only got it really on, I think it's Gate.io. Yeah, it's Gate.io and Bitmart as your two sort of big ones. When this gets like KuCoin, MEXC, potentially Coinbase down the line, this could really, really fly. I don't know. This might be a rumor, but I heard Alex Becker might be getting involved with this as well. If that's the case, then it's obviously going to fly a lot harder. But yeah, no, I think this is a good project. I'm just trying to basically look for other projects that are not widely spoken about that maybe we can get a little head start on, which I think will be good for not only obviously you guys as well, but for crypto in general. Like if we can get in them bags a little bit earlier than everyone else, then we've got a real opportunity to make an even higher X. So finally, the last coin we'll go into now. So before we do the final coin number 6, here's something that I found really interesting. It's on Telegraph, is Olga Vorobyeva. I'm sorry, Olga, I've probably butchered your name, but full respect and credit to you for the article. But can Sony and Microsoft bring blockchain to gaming consoles? Sony and Microsoft are angling to get into crypto gaming. Will they be able to succeed where other industries have failed? Now, I'm not going to go through this article because I think it deserves the credit it deserves. You should go and check it out yourself. But it is very, very interesting, and it's something to definitely consider, because if Sony and Microsoft, as it says there, two of the biggest names in gaming, are making moves towards that kind of blockchain, then I think we're going to see a massive spike in crypto gaming, particularly in the bull run. So the next project is Carbify. Now, I know a lot of people are against these particular type of cryptos. It's a climate change thing, and I understand why. Like I don't even think climate change is a thing. I think it's a bit of bullshit, to be honest. I think there's solar cycles, and sometimes it's warmer, sometimes it's not, and it goes around cyclically. I think if you look at how these climate change conferences are set up, a lot of people are able to fly in on private jets to sit around a table telling us to drive our cars less. I wouldn't have an electric vehicle, but I am a big fan of nature. I do like nature. I think climate change might be a bit of bullshit, purely because in the 50s and 60s, they said that there was large parts of the world would be underwater. Those parts of the world are still very much not underwater. And when I was a kid, all you ever was told about is, oh, there's a hole in the ozone layer. And now the ozone layer isn't being spoken about. And then it was global warming. But when they realized that things weren't actually getting any warmer, they changed the name to climate change, which is interesting because the truth doesn't need that many different names and that many different explanations. So therefore, I think that it's probably more likely to just be solar cycles. It's always been solar cycles, and that's just how it is, in my opinion. So, Al Gore, shut up. I'm not listening to you. But I do like the idea behind this. So rebuild the Amazon rainforest, support the locals, and get rewarded. I think this is, interesting. I like the fact that if anyone's planting trees, great. I love it. I think that they are butchering the Amazon rainforest. They're cutting down far too much of it, and I think it's it's genuinely a problem. I would rather have a lot more trees in the Amazon rainforest than bare expanses of land. And as you know yourself, like I've spoken about this before, one of my dreams is to have like a nice wooden cabin, in a wood. I have my own land and just enjoy that and be at one with it. But they do plant trees, and it is interesting, and it shows you about the CO2 that the trees basically suck up the air. We will plant trees in the Amazon rainforest, which will result in food security. The fruits will be collected by the local communities, and 100% of the profit will be used for food security. Now, I like that. I think that's great. Sustainability, global warming is not a surprise anymore. Well, I don't believe it, but we've got to act now and fast, do we? But education will offer expert education to increase the yield and price earned for the fruits that are sold on the world market. Now, again, get yourself an NFT tree or NF tree for as little as $14. I do like this. So buying an NF tree will get you a tree planted, and it'll give you a tree planted for the staking program, and then 2 backup trees planted, and then you'll gain like these ACO2 tokens that absorbs, as your tree absorbs CO2, $2.50 worth of CBY tokens. And you can either burn those to compensate for your carbon footprint, or we can generate a carbon reduction certificate NFT and things like that. So I think this is quite interesting. I do think it's interesting. I don't necessarily believe in it in the climate change thing, but I do like the fact that it is trying to help local indigenous people. I like the fact that it's trying to grow trees in a place where it's being decimated right now, and I think it's wrong. The game itself is Eco Empires. You can download that now on the App Store or get it on Google Play. All interesting stuff. The max supply and hold. So the holders is only 1,279, which I think is interesting. So again, I think we're early. There is quite 27.1, 20, and 15%. As the holders. So maybe there's potential to dump, but I do like the idea behind it. And this is another thing. So this is on X.com, and it's Carbify's post. Contrary to popular belief, this time of the year in the Amazon rainforest is more optimal than ever for planting. Here is some actual footage of our planting grounds. With an intensified planting process, we're right on track to complete our goal of 250,000 trees by the end of 2023. Now, I love that. That is great. So I'm right behind that part of it, 100%. So we look at its price. It's currently priced at $1.15, 50 million. So I like the scarcity. Nearly 10 million are in circulation. The market cap is just over $11 million at the minute. So that's absolutely fine. I think could potentially be a gem. It was all-time high was October the 30th. So about a month ago, and its all-time low was about 4 months ago. That chart looks a bit weird. It's a 24-hour, but I understand that obviously, it's not being traded a lot. Trading volume 13,560. We'll look at the max chart, and we'll also look where you can pick this up from. So the max chart is looking good, starting to find a kind of a new low, like a new range around that $1 to $1.20 mark. I quite like that. And then, so you can buy it from only Uniswap at the moment. So maybe an exchange listing would make all the difference here. It's something that's worth considering. Again, like I say, I do like the idea of the support of the indigenous people. I like the idea of building them trees, growing them, for future generations to enjoy. I think it's very, very important. If you like this video, please smash the like button. Let me know about any of the projects that you think are good, bad, anything you want to say about the project we mentioned today. I'm always interested to hear your opinion and your points of view. Subscriber wise, we've smashed over that 2,000 subscriber mark now. Can we get to 3,000 subscribers by Christmas Day, which is around about 25 and a half days away? So it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but can we? We've got our first weekly crypto call over in the Discord. So if you want to sign up via the Patreon link for that, we'll be delighted to see you, and we'll have a very good chat about anything you want tomorrow evening UK time. Other than that, have an amazing day. wherever you are in the world, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy and goodbye.